the Tidy Towns, Tidy Island project coordinator for Anglesey County Council. I also use my own resources to carry out specific projects and tasks that form to the aims and objectives of Tidy Towns. Graffiti is a large element of my work. There is no statutory obligation for the waste management section to remove graffiti other than that which is on public land. Therefore, it is a part of Tidy Towns. Something we are keen to tackle is the impact of chewing gum litter. The Tidy Towns project on Anglesey is aiming to carry out a set number of specific pavement cleansing exercises in towns on the island this year.
And I'm going to talk to you about how the Tidy Towns project has helped us develop cross-border links with our neighbouring authorities. The Welsh Assembly were encouraging cross-boundary working between us, so Jonna from Gwynedd contacted me to see if we could get together and come up with ideas of how we could all work together. So Flintshire, Denbighshire, Conway, Gwynedd and Anglesey all got together, and from that the Big Spring Clean was born, which is during the week of the 22nd to the 28th of May. Coastal litter picks are going to be undertaken all the way along North Wales coast, all the way from Flintshire to Anglesey. Different days during the week by different community groups. Working with Keep Wells Tidy, council staff will be involved. So as well as the Big Spring Clean, we've also discussed the boundary signage being shown at all the boundaries between all the North Wales authorities, which again will spread the consistent message that we want to keep North Wales clean.
Our community group has recently acquired a Tidy Towns grant for over £2,000 to develop new skills in gardening projects and learning about the environment. This grant has helped us build a new polytunnel, so we're growing produce from a very early stage, and it's also helped us with purchase machinery and PPE, giving the young people an opportunity to do some things that they haven't done before.
Chirk has been involved with Tidy Towns for some considerable time. Over the last 3 years, we've got involved in producing a sensory garden, a wildlife garden, and other amenities, including using probation. What we find is that without Tidy Towns, the small projects that we want to achieve wouldn't be done. Tidy Towns actually benefits us. Because the grants are so small, we get a lot of community involvement. They don't feel that they have to do the work to massive standards, but because they're not pressurised, the work does get done to tremendous standards. The youth get involved, the chapel, the church, and all the projects that we do benefit the town. Once the town do the projects, there's no vandalism. What we achieved 3 years ago is still as good as the day we achieved it.
Tidy Towns has helped us a great deal. We do lots and lots of work with them. Many opportunities for intergenerational work and community engagement. We've done many litter picks where lots of youths have got involved and lots of elderly people as well. We've also done events such as a Dog Watch Day highlighting the problem of dog fouling. And also we've done lots of work in the community garden along with the Residents Association, which we helped to form. This is really beneficial for us because not only does it allow us to engage with our community and get involved in community projects, it also helps build skills for the younger generation and gives them a sense of responsibility and a sense of ownership for their environment, which in turn helps to reduce instances of crime, graffiti, antisocial behaviour and builds community spirit.
Tidy Towns has helped North West Fire and Rescue Service across its whole service area to support a number of initiatives we've been running because it reduces the number of the amount of rubbish and litter that's left on the streets for opportunist fire setting. It's also helped us engage with community groups to identify vulnerable people and offer other services like the Home Fire Safety Check, which makes people feel safe in their own homes. One of North Wales Fire and Rescue Service's objectives is to make our environments and communities a safer place to work, live and visit, and I think that's the target of everybody working together.
Town of Royal Beach King Group is a community not-for-profit organisation set up as a branch of the Anglesey Sea Zoo. We're based in Bryn Shenkin, which is an underprivileged area of Anglesey. We aim to do community work such as beach cleans and beach safaris with particularly local children, but a lot of other local organisations and groups as well. And Tidy Towns project, with the help of Gareth Owen, has enabled us to buy all our own equipment for the beach cleans, nets for the beach safaris, which means that we can actually organise these on our own without having to organise them in advance with anyone else turning up. It's enabled us to do about 8 or 10 clean-ups a year and up to 30 or 40 beach safaris a year on the stretch of Tanafoil Beach. And the beach itself is about 3 or 4 kilometres long. So it's quite an achievement that we can now look at the beach knowing it's nice and tidy, and literally as soon as new litter is washed up we manage to clear it away pretty regularly all through the tourist season anyway.
I've been involved with Tidy Towns now for about 2 years. The first initiatives we did were under the Keep Wales Tidy initiatives, whereby a number of groups were set up by the local community that were doing good work locally and doing litter picks and tidying up grot spots, etc. And for us it was an opportunity to help the local Keep Wales Tidy people do something a bit extra. So what we were doing and what I was doing in my restaurants is actually to feed them once they'd done these initiatives. Historically, McDonald's had done a number of initiatives on sort of bin it and a number of things themselves. So this really went hand in hand with what we were already doing. I must say that Tidy Towns has helped all of the community groups now that are involved in such of these initiatives do it themselves, in so much as, you know, the infrastructure has been put in place by Tidy Towns, and then afterwards the community groups have taken it on board, and in each of the locations I operate there are now community groups which are almost self-sufficient and doing these things sort of outside of their normal activities. So it's great to see that the Tidy Towns initiative has been rolled out and is continuing to grow successfully.
Our involvement with Tidy Towns has been of great benefit, working with community groups and bringing the different age groups together with intergenerational work. We find that the youngsters are very keen to tidy up their areas, and they bring their parents along, and the involvement with Tidy Towns has been absolutely fantastic because they have expertise to deliver into these communities that we work in that we don't have.
We live in Cemmaes on Anglesey, which we think is one of the loveliest villages on Anglesey, and basically that's all down to a girl called Pauline Roberts, who was the original guerrilla gardener. She took over any vacant plots in the village and turned them into beautiful borders and flower beds. And we became aware of Keep Wales Tidy a couple of years ago when we were working in the borders, and somebody told us about them, and they've helped us enormously getting tools and funding for various other projects. We've just started this year, we've just organised an allotment site, and we've encouraged the local people to take the allotments, including one little boy of about 10 who's absolutely thrilled to bits.
Dwi'n ond i ddweud bod ni fel ysgol, wrth gwrs, yn hynod falch o'r cyswllt sgynnon ni efo Gareth Owen, swyddog Cadw Gymaint Daclus. Mae o'n rhoi ni mewn cyswllt efo nifer o fudiadau ac asandaethau allanol sy'n golygu bod ni yn mynd â'r disgyblion allan i wahanol lefydd i wneud gwaith yn y gymuned. Da ni hefyd wedi sicrhau grant ag at offer ac yn y blaen iddyn nhw gael ei ddefnyddio tra maen nhw'n gwneud y gwaith. Mae'n gyfle i'r disgyblion dod i adnabod i amgylchedd naturiol o'i gwmpas wrth gwrs, a hefyd mewn hybu sgiliau nhw a hunan hyder ac yn y blaen.
Keep Wales Tidy has provided us with cash, provided us with advice, provided us with encouragement, and the allotments have brought the community together because they became interested in it, and the people who've been allocated are all very keen. The litter picking has also encouraged people not to drop litter and has enabled us to win Wales in Bloom and Britain in Bloom competitions for the village.